Hey everyone, Dave and Demetri here from Thonic with a video update. In this update, we're going to touch on just a few things. The first thing we're going to start with is a short marketing update. So if you're following us in the Telegram chat, you will know that we've been pursuing a membership with BNI. So that's a group of businesses where you can network and bring people in and share your businesses. So essentially, I went to my first meeting. We were very receptive, or they were very receptive of it, and we're going to be working towards doing one of our educational sessions, ideally with a number of BNI members. Again, hopefully these are all business people with money, and we hope that our pitch is strong enough and that they understand that they can make more money by getting in on Thonic. So, short update with that. We're aiming to have that pitch sometime in December as well. We also have, speaking of the pitch, it's really close. We're having a lot of progress with it, and we will be sharing it with our holders Telegram channel. So if you're not in there, make sure that you get in. But we're going to be sharing aspects of it, and we had a really great call with a community member today that was giving us some feedback on it. So it's almost done. Just a few more fine-tuning things that need to be done, but it's a 2-hour presentation. So please understand that
just the seminar is 2 hours.
Just the seminar. Yeah. That it takes some time to do. I know we've been saying that we've been working on it for a while, and we have been, but just updating everybody on that. Another marketing thing, we have some new ads going. Again, from the community, suggested ads. We're going to be running these on a different network. We were running them on ads, which hits up PooCoin and related networks. And I'm going to be trying some on Coinzilla, which run on BSC scan. So we're going to see how they perform. And yeah, got them up and running. So those will be interesting as well. So that's been our short marketing update. Now, Demetri, what do you have for us today?
A few things. So just a quick update on the token. So it looks like we've actually found our floor, which is nice to know. We didn't get, like you noticed, we didn't get affected too much by the FTX crash. We had a little bit of loss, but we've been holding strong at a line. As you notice, volume's really, really low right now, but a lot of tokens are. And I think that's mostly because people are waiting for the dust to settle. So the one thing to note is that, because of everything that's going on with FTX and a lot of the FUD that's going on, I am kind of waiting for the dust to settle before I do my next seminar. I kind of pushed, building up a group of people for a few weeks because I don't want to have to field questions about that because I feel like it will derail the conversation of educating them on the power of crypto and the power of investing in altcoins. So I'm kind of just waiting for a couple weeks before we do that. But once we do get back into the seminars, we'll probably start seeing spikes. Good thing we did some analysis on all the holders, and it looks like every single seminar attendee has not sold any tokens yet. So part of this strong floor is the power of those seminars. So when we start them up again, you're going to see that the market cap will grow, and then we'll find ourselves on a new floor, which is fantastic. Another thing, speaking of all the FUD going on with that's happening in the crypto space, you mentioned about a podcast recently that you were telling me about how they're talking about is this the end of crypto, right? Is that the term you used?
It was explaining the FTX thing, and that's what all of the podcast presenters were saying, that with this is the only best case use of crypto scams. Is this the end of crypto? They seem to think so, and I was just shaking in the car yelling at it.
Yeah, and another, I saw in my news feed on my phone, I saw an article, can we now forget about crypto? So there's all this weird FUD on crypto right now, and I find it very odd that, a crash happened, something bad happened, and now they think the whole industry's dead. This is equivalent to after 2008's realty market crash, like the real estate market crash, us saying that, the mortgage industry's dead. I guess we don't need mortgages anymore. Who's going to do that again? Or, housing. Well, why do we have houses anymore, right? Like, it makes no sense that you equate that something is in a rut that's saying that the entire industry is dead. And it makes no sense to me. I don't think these people are doing proper research or have any knowledge of history of any other industry that has crashed, right? Or had a crash, right? And the housing one is a perfect example to compare it to, right? Mortgages are stronger than ever today. And everyone was afraid of them back in 2008. Mm-hmm. So I think the best way to summarize it, and I've been trying to explain this to people, is, and to make this as clear as possible, just because one company run by one person that's really bad at business does not destroy an entire industry. The FTX was essentially run by someone that didn't know how to run an exchange, didn't know how to do things properly, was not employing the right people in the right places, and for some reason, someone that's never run any businesses of that scale was the CEO. Like, if you just do a little bit of history research, or educate yourself in history. A perfect example is Google. Google in 1998 was being incorporated and going public or whatever it was. The creators of Google, the two founders of Google, that were essentially a part of and created the most up-and-coming, revolutionary technology company in the world that was going to change the world, they were not the CEOs of the company. They gave it to an actual business person to run for 10 years. Think about that for a second. You have someone that you're being told you created the most greatest thing in the world, and you have to put your ego aside and not be the big boss man.
The wonder kid.
Yeah. To run it, right? Let someone else run it until it is an actual stable company, right? And today, I notice this is happening more and more, right? When Facebook went public and, Zuckerberg made himself the CEO, I was kind of like, what does this guy know about running a business at this scale? And it's a perfect example. In 1 month, he lost $700 billion in value. Absolutely insane. If they put a real CEO in place, I don't think that would have happened, right? Yeah. Just because you're amazing at programming technology like myself doesn't mean you could run, be a CEO of a company at that scale, right? No one's saying you can't run a business. I'm just saying that there's a certain point where, you need to put your ego aside and let people that know what they're doing take charge. And FTX didn't do that. And essentially what happened is that company was so big, had so much money, and it all crashed because someone that was at the helm that didn't know what the hell they were doing.
But that doesn't mean that crypto as an industry is dead. It doesn't mean that mortgages are dead, that housing is dead, that stocks are dead. Markets come in ebbs and flows. You have bulls and bears markets. And this is an exciting new technology at the core of it that we're excited to make money with you guys on and all of our community. So, one bad apple does ruin the batch. I know but one crashing company doesn't mean that an industry is failed. So that's the go home, the takeaway message that we want you guys to take away from this video.
Exactly.
Anyway, we hope this has been useful. We hope that this rant of ours is that you're on the same page as us, and that you can share this information when you're inevitably talking to your friends about, or wherever you are, about crypto, and you can hopefully share some of this info to get rid of some of the FUD. Anyway, this is Dave and Demetri from Thonic, and we'll see you next time.